Okay, welcome back everybody. Another episode of Grounded. So here's my thought. So we were talking about going to do the Director Schmector boss fight, which is over here. There's a couple things I'm worried about. One, I don't actually know if because of the update it's going to be a lot different than it was as far as like help. So what I used to do is I would take a mutations build of probably not Perrymaster, probably Buff Lungs, Coup de Grace, Mithridism, Mysterious Stranger, and then Shocking Dismissal. So all this, swap that out for that. And the crits would kind of stun him really quickly, so I could just kind of rush him, crit him a bunch, and see, you know, if that would work. Now, it may work, but I'm a little concerned because he with the change and how much more damage enemies do and bosses do, and then how much more they can take, it's going to be interesting. So what we'll do is we'll at least try it out. This episode may be kind of weird because we may not actually be able to kill him in this episode, but I do want to try it out just to see how we fare against him. I think, you know, if it works, and I'd say the only regret I have on this build, I didn't know that they changed how the Poison Nova thing worked. So I went ahead and upgraded this to 8, and it doesn't do what it used to do. So I probably eventually need to swap that out. But apparently he doesn't do poison damage, which makes sense because he's a robot. So, like, why would he, you know? So anyways, I will see you over there as soon as I get some food, actually. Alright, so we're here. One thing we're gonna have to think about, we have to get into there before we can unlock the other shortcut way of getting through into the lair. And the problem with that's not gonna work. Problem with that, there's not a whole lot of like stems and grass and whatnot in this area, and there's also a ton of mosquitoes. Alright. I don't know if I'm awake enough for this. I'm awake enough. For them to leave me alone. Wasted a lot of smoothies there, that's okay. That is okay. Let's put this back. This is our boss layout, isn't it? Meat shield, buff lungs. We're gonna take that off. We're gonna put Perrymaster on. Okay. something that I didn't think about, actually. I keep getting ahead of myself here.
Nice and clean.
It may take an entire episode just to get into the lair, because we have to build over there. We have to deal with all these things. May be the case. Okay, here's some stems.
Ugh, I hate ticks.
Alright. Okay, so... Oh. So we used up almost all the stems, still have a few down there. And this is pretty substantially high up. So I'm going to be surprised if this doesn't work. I'll just make one that goes over. Okay. Let's try this out. Geronimo. Sweet. I think there's a tooth up here somewhere. I'm not going to worry about it. The main thing I want to do is get down there and unlock the door that makes it a heck of a lot easier to get here. Into the scary cave. Where is the door? Oh, right, the door's up there. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is unlock it. Okay, so now we can get through this way. Now then, a tooth.
This isn't one of mine.
There he is.
What's on your mind? We need to mix the embiggening cocktail we need to talk before you go inside.
Alright.
My suspicions were correct. This lab is not one of mine. I knew it! Schmector has been spying on me this whole time. Classic Schmector.
Classic.
Now, what do we have here? Standard armament security door? Ha! Child's play. No offense, of course.
None taken.
It's now or never. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get Burgle on the line.
Hello, this is Burgle Science Lab. Burgle speaking. Could I interest you in some script?
Burgle, I need you to hack into an armament security door for me.
Oh, Dr. Top entering Falcon protocol mode. Decoding manual password reset at Omnint hacking. Still hacking.
Perhaps if you had replaced that grilling function with...
I'm in. Username, Schmector D. Password, Schmector the Director. Transmitting.
Why, they...
Okay, we're in. Not too shabby. Sweet. Receivers. I think there's a statue somewhere. A secret recipe for an abhorrently repugnant food dish that only the foulest palates could possibly savor. Sweet. Moldy hoagie. Oh, this is for the brood mother, but like the scary one. The like Dark Souls one. Okay. Now there is somewhere. It's not here. There is a statue, but we can always worry about that later if we need to. Alright. I do need to repair my armor before this fight. Hello. Hello. I think it's just straight into it, yeah. Okay. Alright. So we can make that little sword too with the spider mosquitoes. That could be fun. I think we're good to go. I'll probably put Thor's pendant on there just for the extra 10% health and damage. I don't think we have anything else. I mean, we could use the pinchwhacker if we needed to. I don't think we'll need to. The mutations, we got Perrymaster, Buffed Lungs, Coup de Grace, Mysterious Stranger, Shocking Dismissal. If we really wanted to, we could do... That's Damage Reflect. That would... I mean, we're not at phase 3 yet on that, so it's not really worth it, but... Okay. Honestly, I don't know how well this is going to go. Switch to combat. We need this here. I should have brought extra smoothies, like the damage resist ones, but that's okay. Put that there. You know, if we wanted to, I think Schmector is weak against, like, busting, like with hammers. We could make this a sour hammer, because this is like the only time we'd ever use it, if it doesn't go well. So, we got the smoothies. I don't know if we have enough smoothies, but this is kind of a test run anyways.
Bravo, bravo. So the lab rats have finally reached the end of the maze. And not alone, I see.
Hello.
Pulling the strings from behind the scenes as always, Dalton. You gutless coward! Why don't you meet us here? Face to face.
Poor Wendell. Lost your job, Trudy's left you, took the kids too, left you with nothing but your word.
At least I'm not experimenting on children!
That's a fair point.
Oh, but isn't that just what you've been doing? Hiding in your little garden and using these children to fight your battles for you because you never fight them yourself? You were pathetic before I fired you. Look at you now. You're nothing. Just a shriveled, sad raisin.
I think this is the part where you tell me your very genius plan, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Like in the motion pictures. Is that the role you think I play? That of the villain?
Yes.
Please. Too simple. Too obvious.
Oh.
I never planned for this when I was brought in to clean up Wendell's mess, but I did not shy away from the task. Not when I realized the magnitude of the opportunity, if properly handled. The lucrative applications were countless.
Lucrative applications?
Shrinking inanimate objects will change the world, no doubt. The shipping industry alone will never be the same. That was the extent of Wendell's imagination. But people... The governments of the world will bankrupt each other for a mere taste of this technology. Despite what my former colleague might have told you, it was certainly not by choice. I hypothesized that adolescents would be resistant to the effects of reasoning. The young have incredibly strong immune systems, after all. Couple that with the intense hormonal growth, and I was pleased to learn that you are not only resistant, but immune to said syndrome. Once that connection was made, what choice did I have?
So you did find a cure because of the children you abducted.
Of course. I I'm not a failure like you, Wendell. Yes, I abducted those children. I admit it freely. Not that anyone will ever know. Obviously, I can't allow any of you to leave this facility alive. Oh, come now. Although I won't claim the power, but in the end, no one will sponsor your spirit of something you never understood.
You're a disgrace!
And you are a deluded fool.
Okay, it's official, you said.
This is why I never had kids. Ha ha. The hypothesis, the experiment, the results,
Schmector!
the conclusion, all that remain. Farewell. Stay right there.
Alright, see ya.
All be over before you know it. Please. I feel that. You know you're serious. You know you're
Doing a lot of damage. We were doing the crits like we were before. But we still have to deal with the spiders. I also don't know what the dagger is going to hold. What's hilarious is that if you stay close enough to him, I don't think that orb that he generates can actually... I was wrong. I was very wrong. big orbs, it seems like you can't.
I could devour a big ball right about now.
Something interesting, it's possible to stop, or at least postpone his, some of his phases just by stunning him right when he does that little ground pound thing. Alright, Mance. I need you to proc here. Ooh. Mance over here. There we go. There we go. Crowd control. Crowd control. What? This is perfect. Oh no! I should have backed away and let him do his thing. You know what? I'm gonna try something different here. Ouch. Because this may proc more of the criticals, which are kind of ouch. Yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna have to spend a couple episodes just figuring out what type of build to use on this guy and then getting all the right items. Because he's way different than he was before a few updates ago. So I'm gonna have to kind of like relearn what to do in this scenario. Previously, what I used to be able to do is rush him with this build, which I don't think the armor makes a huge difference, just because he you know, he's resistant, or maybe fully immune, I'm not sure, to poison, so it doesn't really affect him that much. But what I
Everything
used to
looks
do,
good from here.
thank you, Wendell, was the DPS from the dagger, and getting high crits would help me dramatically with this guy, because I would just kind of swing the dagger, get high crits, then we'd spawn mats, and the time that I actually got him, I spawned like 4 mats at the beginning. We were able to rush him, and the whole fight took like 2 minutes. Clearly he's a lot beefier now, so that's going to be an interesting part of it. It makes me wonder if it would be a good idea to do the mantis first, and then after doing the mantis and hopefully getting that crit charm, which that may take a few tries, coming back and then doing this boss. So I'm gonna have to think about it. We're probably gonna have several episodes that are mainly just getting armor pieces up and trying to figure out the right builds, because there are different armors that just need to get leveled up anyways. So those won't be, we'll have less episodes that are just direct boss fights and things like that, but that's a huge part of Grounded, is just like grinding for the different armor pieces and whatnot. So anyways, I hope you found this enjoyable. Let me know in the comments if you like the grindier aspects. I think those are just going to have to be videos anyways, because that's just the type of game that this is. Up until this point, I've been able to have pretty consistent success with the major points of the story without having to do heavy grinding. I think that pretty much stops here, because between Schmector, the praying mantis, and the wasp queen, those are all very difficult side bosses, and I haven't even taken on the infected broodmother, which I know that's the hardest one they've introduced. So we're gonna have to have more episodes like that. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.